Hi everyone, this is Ida with Created to Create. Welcome back to my channel. I've been actually working on some face masks, and I just wanted to share them with you guys because I know they're getting hard to find, and you really can't find them. And even if you do find them, they're usually disposable, and you wear them once and you have to throw them away. Well, a lot of ladies have been doing the fabric ones, and I want to share with you the ones that I created. Also, I want to link the channel that the one that I like, because there's two videos that I watched, and one of them I thought was pretty good until I saw the second one and tried both techniques, and I think that the second one is better, so I'm going to link that one. It's a little bit more work, but the results are awesome. I think it's worth it. So I'm going to go ahead and link it, but I want to share with you the ones I've created so far, and kind of show you what the difference is. Um, the first ones I created were these, and these are just, I used to sew, so I had a bunch of fabric. I gave most of my fabric away, but I held on to some because I used to like to make quilts and stuff like that, or baby quilts. And so I held on to a little bit of the fabric, and this is some of the fabric that I held on to. And I did have some 1/8 inch elastic, which is perfect for these masks. The 1/4 inch works as well, but I like the 1/8 inch better. But right now elastic is really hard to find, so I'm working with what I have. So these were the first ones that I created, and so I created these, and then I created some for my friend Nisha. I'll share those with you. Let me open them up. And these were all from that first video that I saw, and then after I saw a different one, I kind of changed them up, but these still work. So these are the ones that the first video that I created, and these are those LOL girls that we like. And the one video that I saw, it didn't specify which way the pleats needed to go. Well, actually I saw three, but on another one that I saw, they had the pleats going up. But my favorite is the one with the pleats going down. Nonetheless, they all work the same, but these were made with the pleats going up. And so when you put it, this goes above your nose, the bridge of your nose, and then you pull this down to expand it to your chin. So these are some of the first ones that I created, and also they do have an opening for you to insert the I gotta trim off this, for you to insert a filter. A lot of ladies are able to find the HEPA filters that don't have the charcoal in them, or they're using coffee filters, the coffee filters for the coffee pots. Some ladies are using those, and that's what this hole is for, where you can insert the filter. And of course, when you go to wash it, you just take the filter out and throw it away, because these are washable. So these were the first ones that I created. Here's that green one that was in the package. It's got a little bit of glitter from another fabric, but these were the first ones. See how there's an opening right here for the filter. And then here is a pink one that I created, and this has a little texture to it. It's not, doesn't feel rough or anything on your face, but when you rub it, you can feel a little bit of the texture, but it's not uncomfortable. And here is the opening for the filter. And the opening on this first video that I followed is really narrow, like about 2 inches. So that's why I like the second one better. So these were the first ones that I created. And let me see if I left one out. The other video that I saw is this one. And again, I'm using the 1/4 inch elastic right here because that's all I have left. And these are, the pleats are going down. So when you put it on, the pleats are going down. But once you stretch them, really it doesn't matter. And the difference is this one, the opening is at the bottom and it's a bigger opening. So you can go ahead and put your filter in here and adjust. You have plenty of room for your hand to move in, versus the one that has the little 2-inch opening. So there's another one. And this is just fabric, because I also, I would make my children jackets that were lined on the inside. There would be fleece on the outside and then lined on the inside. And my family are big football fans. So here's another one that I created. I think this one's really pretty. Again, this is fabric that I had for for quilts. On this one I used the real skinny cord that we use for the TNs, and I happen to have a gold, so I use gold, and I have black, and that's what I've been using. But I have to tell you, it's a little difficult to work with that. My sewing machine does have trouble with that. And then here is another one that I created. Here's another one that I created. This does have the 1/8. The 1/8 is perfect. And this again has the smaller opening right here in the center that I'm not too crazy about, but it still works. So there's another one that I created. And then I created one with this fabric. We purchased this fabric at Hobby Lobby, but now I think the stores are not open. So like I said, I'm working with what I have. And this was one of the prints that we had bought to go with the LOL fabric. We were going to create something and didn't do anything with it, and just as well because it came in handy. And this one does have the larger opening at the bottom. And then I used a cording from the TNs right here in black. I do happen to have a roll of black, so I was able to use the black one on this one. And then here is some Miami Hurricane, University of Miami, yeah, that I made. So there's two, and these also have the larger opening on the bottom. They're more finished. That video, the lady who does it, she does an awesome job on the video, so I'm not going to do one, but I will post the link to the one I followed. And then I had some bandana fabric, so I made a couple of them with bandana fabric, and again the black cording for the TN. If you only have this cord to use, the sewing machine has a hard time going through the beginning of it where the cording is. And what I did to keep it from slipping out, even if it didn't stitch there, I tied a knot at the end of the cord as closest to the edge that I could get so it wouldn't slip out. After I turned it inside out, well, I would stitch again over it. So that's one problem I had. Sometimes it would just slip out, so I ended up having to make knots at the end. So that's a tip there that will help you. And then I thought, why can't I make a Lacy one? I think that would be pretty. So here is the last one that I created, and this is a Lacy one, and it is cotton, 100% cotton fabric, and the opening is on the bottom. So it's got a big enough opening that you could put the filter in comfortably and not have to worry about it. And it's nice and finished. Everything is stitched on, nothing. I didn't use glue or anything. I normally don't sew because I don't like to sew, but because this is something that's going to be washed over and over again, so I kind of pulled out my sewing machine and went to town. And this one's pretty. The only thing, if you're going to make one like this, the only thing that I recommend is if you're using anything that has something like this that goes up and down, make sure that these are lower where they're not, you can't see them if they're lower. If it bothers you sometimes when you're looking and you can see these little things that might bother some of you, it really doesn't bother me, but I could see where it could get annoying. And then I just stitched on a couple of little flower appliques at the end. I didn't have any pale pink to go with this, so I ended up doing this one. But again, they're very nice. It ended up really nice, and I added a little trim, a little narrow trim at the ends. Again, everything is stitched. Here is the back, and like I said, the openings back here, and I really like the large opening on these. So this is the last one that I created. I just wanted to share these things with you. If you have some in your stash, definitely you can create them, and because like I said, elastic is getting hard to find. And I was able to find some, but it was pretty pricey, to be quite honest. And if it wasn't for the fact that I have a lot of ladies wanting it, I probably wouldn't have bought it. So I ended up paying probably double what it's worth, but I needed it. And what else did I want to say? I think that is all that I wanted to say. Just wanted to share these projects with you and kind of give you share that video with you, because I think that's one of the best ones out there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope everyone is having a great day. And to be quite honest, that I think that these masks are going to be around for quite a while. I wish that it were different, that I could say differently, or that I knew but I believe this is going to be a way of life for quite a while. And the only way that we're going to stop this virus from spreading is if we all pitch in and we all do what we're supposed to do. That they're recommending that we use the mask not only to protect yourselves but to protect others. That's the only way we're going to contain this from spreading even more. And of course, the main thing is prayer, guys. Prayer, 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 prayer. Crying out to the Lord. But we also need to follow, the word says to obey the laws of the land. And if we're told that masks are good to contain, to keep it from spreading even more, I think that we should all do it. We should all abide by it, because this, even though, let's say for example, I'm a Christian, the word says that I can eat poison and I won't die because I belong to the Lord. Let's say the next person doesn't, and I have it and I don't die from it, but I pass it on to somebody else. I would feel horrible about that. So, it's not just for ourselves, but it's to protect others as well. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this information is helpful. And again, like I said, you can use the cording from your TNs if you have. I wouldn't recommend anything thicker than a 1/4 inch elastic. But if you have the 1/8 inch elastic, that is just perfect. Again, if you're using the cording tip, is tie a knot at either end of the cords. That way, if it doesn't stitch right from the beginning, it won't slide out, because once it starts stitching, it closes the hole, the gap, and if the cording has a knot at the end, you won't be able to pull it out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope everyone is having a great day, and God bless. Bye.